You're looking live at the Pagel Ice Arena on the campus of the Minnetonka High School for the opening game of the Minnetonka Junior Gold Invitational, featuring the visitors from CCHA wearing their road black uniforms with newly added names to their back, and the report is we may have letters on the front for the captain and assistant captains, but we haven't really been able to spot one yet. They're taking on the home team, Minnetonka Blue, wearing their home whites. These two teams faced off in the first game of the regular season just about a week or so ago. CCHA, if I remember right, a 7-1 winner over the Skippers. Looks like it will be, as expected, Max Worthington in the net for the Stormhawks. And the first time this season, we have all 21 players available, which means one player has to sit. Long story short, that player tonight is Evan Severson. Evan Severson is sitting down, just stood up now, he's sat back down. He's sitting in the stands. Long story short, he volunteered. There was another process by which they attempted to get a player to sit out that didn't semi-succeeded, and then Evan decided, you know what, I'll just take one for the team. So this is the first of 3 pool play games for CCHA. They will have tomorrow off. And then Saturday morning, 8:15, they'll take on Brookings. And then at 4:45, they'll take on a Chicago Predators JV team. I think I was saying the Stormhawks are playing with their 21 players, so that means tonight's the first appearance of Dawson Perry, and he's on the ice right now, playing right wing along with Kieran Kurt at center. Kevin, be nice. And Matthew Tyler at left. Face-off eventually controlled by Perry, and first shot hits the side of the net. That would have been quite the little start there for Perry, right off the football season onto the ice, and he scores. He has a pass in front, a one-time shot for Kurt. Long shot from Biller, hits the net. Turnaround shot now from Kurt, partially fanned on. Puck's thrown around the near side, touched by Kurt right to the middle of the ice, and that's just a breakout for the Skippers. There's a chance for Minnetonka coming in, sticked away by Worthington. Now Lund up the left side. He's closed off. Puck comes to Kurt. He's going to go 1-on-2. Kurt down the left side, cuts to the middle. He's hooked a little bit from behind. Pass in front. Loose puck in front. Throw it to the corner as the late arriving fans are blocking the view. Now Kurt on the far side, right by the Zamboni door. He can't quite jump on the puck, and it's flipped into the Stormhawk zone. Worthington 2-0 on the season. There's an outlet pass. It's going to miss and go for icing. Worthington 2-0 on the season with a .50 goals against average and a .980 save percentage. My guess is I won't be able to keep those numbers after this game unless they keep stats that I can find. But those are the stats for the regular season games. We'll see if we get them for tournament games. That'd be Dylan Olsen to take the face-off with Brits. Brits touches it behind. Now Minnetonka with the puck at top of the circle, shot into the glove of Worthington. And we'll do it again. We're scoreless with just minute 13 into the game. Flipped out by Annis. He goes off the races, trying to win a battle. He partially won it. Good forecheck there. It's going to come around to Brits. Brits, long shot. Didn't get a whole lot on it. Bounces to Nelson. He'll flip it to the top of the slot. Bouncing puck eventually gathered by Minnetonka, but then a good stick by Annis. Tipped out by the Skippers. And it looks like they were going to go on a potential odd man rush. Now a loose puck to the center of the ice. Hops over the stick of Robinson. He'll chase into his zone. Try to force it up the wall. That's kicked away now to Brits on the near side. And a little late at feeding it to Nelson, but finds a way out of the zone. They dig away at the red line. Brits comes up with it, dumps it in. It's going to go all the way to the far side. for Robinson. Robinson didn't get a lot on it. It was a little handcuffed at receiving that puck, so couldn't really shoot with full strength. Loose puck, nobody quite knows where it is. Now up to the far side. Olsen throwing a check. Puck still sitting there. And flipped out and down. They say no icing. Worthington will leave it for Popa. Popa up the middle of the ice. Tipped away, almost a turnover, and getting help from McPhillips. He'll just flip it off the wall and out. Now loose puck to center ice, and O'Connell, who's wearing his third different number of the season, is wearing 10 now. Started wearing 32, went to 6, now to 10. Popa stepping up and laying out the attacker. And he's feeling it. He got up pretty slow. There's a shot from the goal line, blocked on its way. Reinhardt flips it over to McPhillips. McPhillips, I think, tried to reverse it in the corner. Now a long shot, forced away by Worthington, picked up nicely by Reinhardt on the attack. Reinhardt through the middle, touches it over to McPhillips. Now a turnover to Deming. Deming off the wall to Reinhardt. Reinhardt circles with the puck, has a lot of room. Long shot, misses the net. Popa gets it to, I think that's McPhillips. Now Popa almost able to go in for a scoring opportunity. Minnetonka on the attack. Good pressure by Popa to break it up. Dumped all the way down. And we should have an icing. We do. With 11:20 to go, it's scoreless. Face-off won by the Skippers, and they will break out. Loose puck comes to, I believe that's Hubbard. Just slides off of his stick. Shoveled aside, and a loose puck by Hubbard. Almost able to get it deep. Now Long and Biller kind of look at each other saying, who wants it? Jumping up in the play is Lund. There's a chance coming the other way from Minnetonka, but a good back pressure. And the shot goes well wide. Jacqueline, far side, getting help from Lund. Lund will pitchfork it around to the near side for Biller. Biller up the wall to Lund. Touches it across, 2-on-1 rush. Hubbard up with Jacqueline. Hubbard, shot, rebound! And Jacqueline couldn't get on a bouncing puck. Pass in front, that goes off a stick. Had Long lurking. Fourth line creating some chances here. I like that play by Hubbard. I think that was an intentional shot off the post to get a rebound to go to Jacqueline. Now Lund with a puck in neutral ice. He'll skate in, cut to the middle. Lund with it, shot blocked. Rebound, shot from Kurt, I believe, and that's stopped. Now Biller. Biller cutting to the middle, long shot, just missed the net, bounces to the far side. It'll be Jacqueline, touches it down deep for Kurt. In front, and past everybody and all the way down. Worthington will stop it and wait for a teammate. Lund fans on a outlet pass. Now he'll defend. Touched over to Kurt from Tyler. Kurt across to to Perry. Now a turnover to Tyler. Tyler dumped it deep for Perry to try to give it to Kurt. Bounced off the far side. Touched ahead by Robinson. And now intercepted by Robinson. Long shot. Wide on the glove side. Comes out to Britt's. Long shot. That's deflected wide into the far corner. Kurt creating a turnover. Trying to throw it in front off the net. Now Kurt with it. Trying to turn around and shoot or pass. And that's taken off his stick. Minnetonka on the attack. They'll dump and chase. Pass in front off the Worthington stick. Now the puck rolls in on Worthington, and he'll cover and get a whistle. 8:51 to go in the first period. We're 0-0. By this point in the game previous these two teams played, Stormhawks may have been up 2 or 3 goals. They definitely have had the possession to this point in this game. Shots are relatively even. I'd say Minnetonka is getting a few shots. They're not really high-quality chances to this point. Nice job of Nelson to get it out. Odd man rush. Pass across, and it just gets by Annis. Now Annis shrugging off a check. Gives to Olsen. Ritz with a shot that ramps off a defender's stick, goes to the far corner. Now Annis intercepting, shot right on. Rebound comes out to the slot, and a good stick by Nelson. Feed it to himself, and he throws it in the middle, but nobody there. And it's fed out by the skipper. Is going to slide all the way down. Looks like we'll have icing. It will be O'Connell, McPhillips, and Deming. Face-off won by O'Connell. Dangerous pass there by Reinhardt. And if they got on that puck, it was a breakaway going the other way, but good stick. Now good back pressure by McPhillips. He's pushed off the puck, takes out Reinhardt. Here's a chance for Minnetonka. They lose it, and Popa pushes it to the side. Popa jumping in. There's going to be a penalty on Popa. Interference or roughing definitely coming in. I think maybe that wasn't Popa. Maybe that was O'Connell. Penalty coming on, I believe, the Stormhawks, and I think they're taking Reinhardt. Someone came flying in. I don't know who he pointed at. And they're taking Reinhardt. So Reinhardt will go for, never saw a signal. Still no signal. What's the call? Never got a call from the referee there. So Reinhardt for being mean, we'll say it. So first power play of the game coming for Minnetonka. About halfway through the first period, we're scoreless. They win the faceoff. Long shot, they score! Shot tipped on its way. It was a high shot and knocked down. I don't know who hit it. Tipped on its way and then goes down low and beats Worthington between his feet, and it's 1-0 with 7:36 to go. Maybe 7:38 to go in the first period. Minnetonka leads. First time the Stormhawks have trailed to this point. And Will Annis leaving the ice for a moment. Not sure what the equipment issue, I'm guessing. Maybe he doesn't have a neck guard or mouth guard. So Stormhawks trail for the first time this season. They're 4-0 on the year. Minnetonka Blue is 1-1. Lund gets it out, gives it to Jacqueline, who forces it ahead. And Minnetonka now with it. They go blue line to blue line. Intercepted, dumped in. Pushed aside by Worthington, around to Lund. Lund, nice outlet pass for Jacqueline, or that's Hubbard. Now it's Long. Long, pass to Hubbard. That's intercepted. Had a great chance finding Hubbard on the back door. Now Lund to Biller. To Long, gets by him. Now intercepted by Long. Pushes it down to the left side. He's pushed off the puck. Now to the far side. Lund will get a rolling puck. Have it taken off his stick. Biller in his own zone will get behind Worthington and reverse. Nice little one-touch pass by Jacqueline. Gets by Hubbard. Here's a chance for Minnetonka. Good stick by Biller to break it up. And Hubbard forced it out. Minnetonka 1-on-4. Gets by Biller. Doesn't get a shot up. Pass in front. Comes out in front. It may have come on Worthington. And thrown all the way down for an icing. Shots even right now. 5-5. It says on the scoreboard, which I think is accurate. Stormhawks trying to do a little too much sometimes. Instead of just maybe keeping it simple and looking for tips, rebounds, maybe. And Minnetonka is doing a better job of kind of clogging the middle, I've noticed to this point. Face-off controlled by the Stormhawks. It'll be Robinson. Robinson's pass is tipped. Now in front, tipped, chance, and right on Worthington. Saw the net was wide open there for a moment, but a weak shot allowed Worthington to get over a cover. Stormhawks just a little casual, a little careless with the puck. And also, I'm not sure they've been doing great on faceoffs. We're not tracking faceoffs, but if you go back to the power play or the penalty kill for Chaska Chanhassen, they lost that penalty or that face-off in their own zone right away. And the shot that came from the point ended up in the back of the net. Now thrown all the way down, and they wave icing. It'll be Perry. Perry is knocked down. Now Kurt will chop it into the corner. Britt's up to Tyler. Tyler being pressured. He'll go to the other side for Perry. He's wearing 16. Dawson Perry wearing 16. Perry up to Kurt. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Kurt up the right side has Perry in front. Pass into the skates, just a little behind him. I think that's an example of a couple things. Dawson Perry doesn't have his hockey hands quite yet. And Kieran Kurt has to realize that and has to make it a little easier for him. There's another turnover in a bad spot right outside the outside the skipper zone. Long shot into the glove of Worthington. He drops the puck, forces it ahead. Now it's Nelson. Around Worthington and careless with the puck. Ran over a skipper player after he lost the puck. Now Nelson with it on the near side. Pass across and bounces its way to Lund as the Stormhawks, and now they're offsides as they enter the zone. That was questionable, but they kind of get what they deserved at this point. Just not valuing puck possession are the Stormhawks, and trying to force passes through legs, and they've had turnovers left and right. So it's 1-0 Minnetonka leads with 4:31 to go in the opening period. There's another face-off won by Minnetonka. Lund gives to Olsen. Olsen across to Annis. Annis up with Nelson, 2-on-2. And there's a little toe drag, and that's another example. Stormhawks just trying to kind of get cute, and then they turn the puck over. There's another example of trying to force the puck somewhere, and this works out. There's a chance in front, and they can't get a shot off. Nelson bothered from behind, and he was on his backhand. Gives it over to Olsen, I believe. And Minnetonka will skip out of the zone. Now turned over for a moment to Olsen. He's going for a change. Minnetonka on the attack, into the zone, into the slot. Drop pass to the top of the circle, now down deep. Nelson loses the puck, goes for the Popa special. Tries to make a hit. Stormhawks not valuing puck possession so much right now. Now another potential turnover. High puck to the near side. Nelson will throw it out of the zone. And they wave icing. O'Connell on the forecheck. And three skippers kind of just looking at the puck instead of having one go to it. Right now, I'd say Minnetonka wants it a little bit more. Or, Chaska Chanhassen thought it was going to be easy after a 7-1 win a week or so ago. O'Connell tried to give it across to Deming, and that's intercepted. Stormhawks just careless right now. A lot of turnovers. Now a turnover to McPhillips. He'll skate in. Long shot. Shouldered away. Comes to Deming. Bouncing puck to O'Connell. His pass is intercepted. Nobody really there for the Stormhawks. They go D to Britz. He had to hurry as he caught that puck on his backhand. Now it's thrown down for Popa. Popa will throw it ahead to O'Connell. They'll skate in. Rolling puck. Long shot. Blocker save. Backhand shot kicked away before it reached the net. Now to the far side for Popa. 2:13 to play in the period. Minnetonka attacking up the left side. Bothered there by Britz. Now Hubbard. Hubbard will touch it to the corner. Britz getting on it. Jacqueline trying to win the battle. And a long shot. Maybe saved by Worthington. McPhillips will give to Britz. Britz will reverse and put it through the middle of the ice off the stick of Hubbard. He'll chase into the skipper zone. And Minnetonka content with just kind of getting it out. Now Popa flips ahead. Popa runs over another skipper after giving up the puck. Now a puck knocked out of midair by Britz. He'll skate up 1-on-4. Long bouncing shot on net and into the glove. 1-0 Minnetonka leads Chaska Chanhassen with 1:21 to go in the first period. And another face-off won by the Skippers. Long battling in the corner. Comes to Robinson. Long shot. Glove save. Another face-off won by Minnetonka. It's kind of a broken record right now. Stormhawks able to keep it in the zone. There's a chance if they hurry. Pass across! And Jacqueline was lurking in the slot. And I think he may have got a stick on it, but not a shot off. A long shot by Robinson going wide. It'll be Jacqueline on the far side. Jacqueline will try to get it deep, but right to a Minnetonka player. Now Hubbard. Hubbard up the wall, but that's going to help break him out. Minnetonka loses control. Too long. Long throws it ahead, but to a Minnetonka defenseman. Now intercepted, almost intercepted by Lund. Minnetonka picks it up. Bothered from behind by Lund, but Minnetonka still able to get to the blue, but not in. Now they got to wait to clear, and penalty coming against number 35 in white for interference as he knocked the stick out of Lund as he was offsides in the Stormhawk zone. And first power play of the game coming for Chaska Chanhassen with 22 seconds to play in the first, and a great opportunity to take some momentum into the second. They can score in the last 22 seconds. And Stormhawks overskate the puck. Robinson trying to hold, and out it comes. Now Perry chasing. Good stick by Perry. Flips it into the skipper zone with 11.4 to go. So if they don't score here in the last 11 seconds, chance to regroup after the first period. Kurt with it. He's just going to skate behind the net and kind of wait out the period. And that does it for the first period. It's 1-0 after one. Minnetonka leads. Shots 10-7 in favor of Chaska Chanhassen. I have theaters, we're not going to use them.
Highway 7 going west.
Yeah.
Like as I'm leaving to go home, I'm like, what are all those thinking? Like, there were like 4. Nope. I mean, we weren't following. I don't know what we're doing. We're all off in the side of the road.
Huh. Looks like Reinhardt may have got a 2 and 10 minute. I noticed that he didn't come out of the box. So he must have got a 2 and a 10. I didn't notice that we had somebody serving. So anyway, Reinhardt's in the box for maybe a little bit longer. But Stormhawks starting with a power play to start the second. Minute 39 left of power play time. They win the faceoff. Biller to Britz. Britz will skate up and throw it on net. And now we'll get a faceoff in Stormhawk or in skipper zone, as the shot went off the goalie's stick and into the netting. So now would be a even better time to win a faceoff in this zone. Kurt wins it cleanly to Biller across to Brits. Brits, long shot, and right into the M on the skipper goalie's jersey. But a nice face-off win, D-to-D pass, and a shot right on. The only thing you can improve on that is having a forward taking the goalie's eyes away a little bit. This face-off is a win to Tyler, but he's tied up. Now Minnetonka looking to get out of the zone. Drop pass comes to Tyler. Tyler looking to escape once, twice. Now gives to Brits. Brits, long shot, tip. Oh, big save. Kurt lurking in front. And goaltender lunged across to make the save. Kurt across to Brits and couldn't handle the pass. Now Brits across the red line will flip it in cross corner. Stormhawks need to hurry to get on that puck so they can keep it in. And that's how it got out, because all the players in black jerseys just kind of coasted in instead of moving their feet. Now Biller. Biller up the near side. Gives to Perry. Back to Biller. Biller touches it ahead. Now to Kurt. One time. He scores! Pass in front from, I believe that was Cam Biller. And Kurt one-times it from the slot. And so we'll give that Kurt from Biller and Perry. Kurt gets his team leading 6 of the season. Biller with his first point of the year on his first assist, and Dawson Perry with his first point of the season. And it's 1-1, just a little over a minute into the second period. And a little discussion in the box. I think they were asking maybe when Otto Reinhardt comes out. Robinson, protect the puck. Ooh, dangerous pass there. Who was that? Maybe Olsen made a dangerous pass across the zone. He got lucky that nobody from the Skippers could get on it. There's a long shot. Kind of an awkward save by Worthington. He had to save it with his right shoulder. Face-off won by Minnetonka. Shot off the side of the net. On the glove side of Worthington. Good job of, I believe that was Olsen to get it out of the zone. Now Lund. Lund up the right side. Lund. Try to pass in front. Try to get his own rebound. Comes out to Robinson. Robinson, long shot, looking for a tip, just missed wide on the glove side. Olsen, his pass across and read perfectly by the Minnetonka attacker. And he's going to go down 2-on-2, pass across, and a good stick by Olsen. No, Robinson to break that up. Stormhawks should win this battle on the wall, as they outnumbered for a moment, but Minnetonka wins it. Stormhawks need to get puck hungry again. Lund with it. Gonna try to break it out himself. He gets it out, now tips it ahead, and Olsen first on the puck. Olsen, sharp angle shot right on and save, and no rebound to be had for the Stormhawks. Second time Annis has gone to the locker room, and he's back again. I think that's... O'Connell will take the draw. He wins this one cleanly too. Reinhardt back on the ice and loses it. Here's a chance for Minnetonka. Off to the races. Popa loses his stick. Popa battling good defense without his stick. And then Reinhardt says, let's just start this thing over again and throw it all the way down. No, they say no icing. I'm not sure pretty sure that was icing, but hey, we'll take it. They say somebody tipped it. Popa keeping it in the zone, jumping up now. Popa tried to give it to Annis. Now Annis trying to force it in deep. Popa intercepting at the blue line. Bounces to McPhillips. McPhillips overskated the puck after he had received it. And he had a really good chance there to make a pass or a shot. Here's a chance for Minnetonka. Wraparound. And that's turned away. O'Connell. He's pushed into the wall. Picked up by Reinhardt. Reinhardt up to Annis. Annis up the near side, long cross-ice pass out of reach for McPhillips. And hits the referee's stick at the blue line. Now Annis got to hurry. He's got to hurry. And he does get it down. They say no icing. It'll come on net. This line's struggling right now. You can feel they're just not real sharp. Bouncing puck gets by Biller, and it's chopped out by the Skippers. Picked up by Long. Long, dangerous stick handling, and loses it. Pass off the side of the net and into the glove, or stick or whatever of Worthington. We'll get a whistle. Stormhawks just casual sometimes with the puck, and it's resulted in opportunities for Minnetonka. Long shot, rebound, picked up by Biller. Biller around to Lund. Lund, his outlet pass, it's going to split the D and come all the way down for icing. 10:51 to go in the second. We're tied at 1. First period goal by Minnetonka, second period goal by Chaskachanias, and both of them on the power play. Face-off won by Minnetonka. Good pressure there by Stormhawks not to allow a shot, but a nice job of holding the zone. Biller trying to slice it ahead. It's in the skates of a Skipper. Now the Skipper's on it. Pass in front, and it's gathered in by Worthington. And somehow they gave that a shot, even though it was a pass from behind the net. But hey, it improves Max Worthington's save percentage. Lund touches it ahead for Jacqueline. Jacqueline's pass gets by Hubbard. And right back on the attack come the Skippers. Long shot, save, rebound in the slot. And can't get it out. Long shot misses the net, bounces to the far side. And it's going to slide out. Stormhawks living dangerously, and now they're playing with the long change. Both teams with the long change in the second period, and so when they get hemmed in their zone, it's a longer skate to get out of to get off the ice. Jacqueline toe picks himself and goes down. And Minnetonka looking to break out. Long battling, doesn't know it's in his skates, I don't think. Hubbard jumping in, fighting through a number of stick checks. Flipped up, but almost kept in by Perry. Perry pressured. He'll skate in now by himself. Perry, his shot blocked as the rest of his teammates go for a change. Now a loose puck thrown all the way down. It'll be Brits to battle for it. That battle is won by Minnetonka. Now getting help from Kurt. Loose puck and shuttled aside by Robinson. Now Robinson picks up a loose puck behind Worthington. Up to Tyler. Tyler off the wall and down. Kurt will be first on it. Kurt 2-on-1 with Perry. Kurt felt the footsteps coming in, just throwing the puck down deep. Now a puck off of Kurt's skate and bracing for a check there. Now a loose puck. Chance in front. Shot right on. Rebound. Loose puck again. Kurt with it. And he can't elevate again with it. He's taken down. And loose puck now for Brits. Backhand shot. Loose puck to Kurt. Shot right on. Tyler can't gather the rebound. Top line buzzing. Big hit there. They went up high on that. Now Brits will pinch down, try to hold it in. He does. Gives to Kurt. His turnaround shot never gets on. Brits with it. Goalie without his stick. Shot goes into the corner. Now the goalie handed his stick by a teammate. As the pace slows a little bit now. 8:12 to go in the second period. We're tied at 1. Brits throws it in deep. Finds its way to Perry. Perry off the back of the net. Perry up to Brits. Brits mishandled it a little bit. Takes a shot that goes off a stick and over the net. Now the Skippers will whack at it. Kicked down and kept in. Loose puck. And eventually forced out. Now Annis gives to Tyler. Can't quite skate onto it. Kicked ahead. Now here comes Annis in with Kurt. Annis, his shot right on. Blocker save. Thrown around to the near side all the way down. And I can't tell where the puck is. So they wave icing. Reinhardt in his own zone. Reinhardt, not sure what happened there, but it kind of bounced awkwardly. Picked up by Popa. Popa, long pass across to Nelson. Nelson tips it ahead and skates on it. Nelson in front, trying to find Annis. That's pushed away. Popa defending. Loses that race. Pass in front, and shots never really got on. Just slides in onto Worthington. Stormhawks had the previous shift. The fourth line was hemmed in their zone and couldn't quite get any possession. And then the first line comes out and has opportunity after opportunity and can't quite find the back of the net. Now Olsen down deep. Look at how many skippers are below the dots. 5 guys below the dots. What that means is there's players open up high. Stormhawks need to recognize that. Long shot by Lund, kicked away. Now rebound. Comes out to Annis. His shot right on. Rebound under the goal, and it's in. I have no idea who gets credit for that. And it's going to be Olsen taking credit, we're going to say. So Dylan Olsen getting his 4th of the season. We're just going to assume, since he went through the line first, that it was Olsen with the goal. Definitely an assist from Will Annis. After that, I have no idea. We'll see if they post assists on the website later. But so it's 2-1 with 6:35 to go in the second. Stormhawks with the lead. Just a scramble in front. Olsen finding the puck and just whacking away at it, and it finds the back of the net. Now Lund getting it ahead into the skipper zone. It'll be Minnetonka on it, looking to break out. Long pass, and they do break out. 2-on-4 come the skippers. They'll flip it down. It'll be Lund first on it. Lund. Nice little saucer pass across to O'Connell. O'Connell across to McPhillips. McPhillips, his shot right on. Rebound comes to McPhillips. Tried to throw it in front, and that's turned away. Now Minnetonka on the attack with a little head of steam. They can get by. Gets by Biller. Here's a chance, a little turnaround opportunity. Now Lund off the wall, just had to get rid of it. Shot blocked by Deming, but kept in by the skippers. First on it will be Braden O'Connell. O'Connell with a lot of space. Kind of handcuffed Deming there a little bit with his pass. And now Minnetonka, long shot, a little fought at there by Worthington, but eventually knocked out of the zone. Now McPhillips throws it in the middle of the ice. He should have thrown it down to the skipper zone. Nobody getting a clean handle on it right now for Chaska Chanhassen. Tossed to the front of the Stormhawk zone and then thrown out. Skippers have to wait. Now Deming at the red line. Skippers win it. Glove down by Lund and chopped in by the skippers. Sharp angle shot up the side of the net, picked up by Lund. Lund tried to go high off the glass, didn't get it off the ice at all. Where is it? Now to Biller. Biller tried to stick handle, loses it, comes to Jacqueline, right to Biller, and then a turnover at the blue line. Stormhawks just battling all of a sudden again. Lund loses it. Kick it off the back of the net, does Minnetonka. Comes to Jacqueline. Jacqueline throws it the middle of the ice, off a skate, comes to Minnetonka. And just really sloppy hockey right now from both sides. Long gets it out, comes to Jacqueline, 2-on-2 with Hubbard. And Jacqueline stick handled at the blue line and put in Jackson Hubbard off sides. .409 to go in the second period. Chaska Chanhassen leads 2-1. And bounce back in. It will not be offsides as that bounced off. It was a puck that was shot by a Minnetonka player. Now Robinson's got to win this. Can't turn this one over. And he gets it out to the stick of Jacqueline. Nice job of Robinson to find Jacqueline. Jacqueline will flip it in and go for a change. Fourth line out. first line in. We'll see if we have that same sort of change in pace. There's a shot right on. Rebound to Kurt. He scores! Turnover, puck to Luke Bretz. And then the worst celebration you're ever going to see is Kurt falls to his butt as he's celebrating. Shot by Bretz off a turnover. Pad save. Rebound comes right to Kurt. I think he had to take 2 chances to get the shot off, but he scores, and it's 3-1 with 3:35 to go in the second. Kurt's second of the game and 7th of the season. Oh, Britz. So Britz with the assist. We'll see what that is on his scoring totals here. That's his 3rd of the year, 3rd assist. He's got 4 points. Here's Perry. So sure enough, I kind of predicted it, right? 4th line out, 1st line up, and moments later they score. Now around to the near side. Held in by Robinson, picked up by Minnetonka, bothered by Kurt. Now to Robinson, gets by him. Here's a chance for Minnetonka if they hurry. Robinson, good back pressure. Now Minnetonka still with it. Pass intercepted by Britz. Slap shot in front, and they score. Clearing attempt by the Stormhawks. Sloppy once again. They take a slap shot from the point, and then kind of a one-timer redirect from right in front, and it's 3-2 with 2:54 to go. Chaska Chanhassen sloppy with the puck, and they fall asleep with a skipper in front, and that ends with the puck in the back of the net. So a great shift for that first line, and then a bad shift for that first line. So they're even for that shift. Britz gives to Nelson, to Olsen. And then the pass to Nelson or Annis doesn't connect. Chopped in by Robinson. And now escaping is Minnetonka. Loose puck almost to the Stormhawks. Now Olsen creating a turnover. He'll skate up 2-on-2 with Nelson. Olsen down the left side. Getting hacked at. Oh, he had a chance for a wraparound. Now a loose puck to Annis. His shot just misses. His stick check now in front. Chance by Nelson. Loose puck in front. And Minnetonka will throw it high and out of the zone. Popa first on it. That'll be Worthington. Ooh, boy. Worthington, nice job to get that puck up. Ooh, a big hit thrown by Annis as he fended off a check and knocked down the skipper player. And then his helmet came off, and that's why we get a whistle. 2 minutes to go in the second period. It's 3-2. Chaska Chanhassen leads Minnetonka. This opening game of the Minnetonka Junior Gold Invitational. This Minnetonka team is without a regular goalie, and so they kind of get who they can get, and I have no idea what level goalie this is. I would say he's playing a better game than the goalie we played in their first game. But I wouldn't say that's the difference. I think the difference in this game is Stormhawks' sloppiness with the puck. And when they're sloppy, they're letting Minnetonka have chances. When they're good with the puck and aggressive and all that, Minnetonka doesn't get a lot of opportunities. There's O'Connell. He regains a loose puck. O'Connell down the right side. His shot off a stick comes to McPhillips. McPhillips pass in front, tipped to the near side. Picked up by O'Connell, up the wall to Reinhardt. And what happened there? Hopped his stick. Here goes Popa. Off to the races. And Stormhawks slow at getting back. Popa needed the help there, potentially. Whacked at by McPhillips. McPhillips up with Deming. McPhillips shot save into the glove with a minute 12 left in the second period. Was that McPhillips or was that Annis? I think it was McPhillips. It was. Hubbard to take the face-off. And it's a 50-50 puck won by Minnetonka, but kept in by Biller. Long shot going wide. Minnetonka winning that physical battle there. Comes out to Biller. Biller softly across to Long, and he battles in front of the Stormhawk bench. Skippers pick up that puck and will dump it in and chase to the near side. Topped in deeper to Biller. Biller around to Jacqueline, kept in. Long shot, tipped and goes wide. Stormhawks once again just sloppy with that clearing attempt, and a shot almost finds the back of the net on a deflection. Two kind of deflections by Minnetonka are their 2 goals. Off the back of the net, loose puck, and out of the far side. And Minnetonka just wanting it a little bit more. Here they go, 3-on-2. Yeah, down the right side, good stick by Biller to slow up the rush. 5 seconds to play. 3 seconds. And Long gets a shot off after the buzzer sounds off the back of the net. And that does it for 2 periods. It's 3-2. Chaska Chanhassen leads. We'll clean the ice. Shots after 2 periods, 25-15 in favor of the Stormhawks. So goals by 2 by Kieran Kurt, 1 by Dylan Olson. And it's a 3-2 lead by Chaska Chanhassen. They've allowed a goal in each of the periods. So we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes for period 3. 3-2, Chaska Chanhassen leads. Third period about to get underway. Stormhawks lead 3-2 after 2. Shots 25 to 15 in favor of Chaska Chanhassen, but you feel like this game is either team's for the taking, despite, I would say, the overall talent advantage on the side of Chaska Chanhassen, but hasn't always shown up that way in this game. And there's a somewhat careless pass, and we'll get an icing. When the Stormhawks aren't good with the puck, bad things have happened, and they need to win face-offs, especially in their own zone. So let's see if we can do that here in this draw with 9 seconds to play, or 9 seconds in. Face-off controlled by Minnetonka. Pass off a skate, now in the circle, and should have been a penalty, but that was missed. Lund tripped the forechecker. And now a pass by Tyler. They say no icing, as they say it hit a player on its way down. I don't think it did, but trying to. Now they're going to wave another icing for some reason. Boy, these referees want to move on to the next game or something. Lund with it, getting past the stick check, getting past the referee, passes across, finds its way to Perry. Perry in, across to Kurt, one-time shot, kind of redirected by the Skippers. Comes out to Lund, long shot, and save, and into this netting behind the net, and they'll get a, no, they're not going to get a change. Just get the sense that McPhillips wanted to keep this top line out there for another shift, see if they can get one. But you got to win the face-off. Well, this time Kurt tried to win a puck before it got out. Minnetonka on the attack, 4-on-2. Forwards not back-checking, and now they'll go the other way. Nice defensive play. Kurt across to Tyler. Tyler in. Oh, wraparound on the backhand, trying for a deflection off the goalie by Tyler. Now it bounces to Tyler and bounces at the blue line. That was offsides and called by the bench as the official was blocked. He didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure the bench called that as an offsides for him. And now they'll get a change of the starters for the third period. 13:34 to go. It's 3-2 Chaska Chanhassen. Dumped in on net. Goaltender kind of fumbled that a little bit. And we'll get a face-off in skipper zone. See if they can win this draw and get a scoring opportunity. It'll be Olsen to take the face-off. Face-off 1 to Annis. Olsen shot blocked on its way. I think Nelson had it run into him as he was taken down out of the play. Now a good back pressure by Nelson. Nelson winning the puck, coming to the middle, gives to Olsen. Nelson lost his stick. Long shot right on by Olsen. Rebound into the corner. Battling is Olsen. Comes up to Britz. And Britz wins that battle for a moment. Now Minnetonka with it. They'll skate out. Losing the puck to Annis. And dumped right back in. Stormhawks slowly forechecking, coasting in. And held in by Olsen. Now comes to Robinson. And dumped out. Annis helping out defensively as Britz jumped up, and there is Britz. Britz across to O'Connell. His shot just missed the net. Rebound across. Oh, and O'Connell was covered as he couldn't dump the puck into the weak side of the net. Now Annis will redirect a pass from McPhillips, and O'Connell will be the first one on it. Creates a turnover to McPhillips, and his pass from Popa is out of reach, comes all the way down. Worthington will throw it to the far side. Popa, no, won't be the first on it. Nobody really wanted the puck all that much. Reinhardt's pass off a skate, dumped back in by the Skippers to Popa. Turned over McPhillips, and then knocked out of the zone. Reinhardt pressured, he throws it away, comes right back to him, bounces to O'Connell. O'Connell will skate up. Cuts to the middle, loses the puck. Loose puck! Glove saver at the post or something. Bounced right back out. Stormhawks can't get on the rebound. Flipped up and out. Popa on it. Tries to get it ahead. He does. O'Connell swipes at it. Gets it to the blue line, but no farther. It jumped all the way down. That could be too many men. They're not going to call it, as Long wasn't on the ice quite yet, but did hit him as he was coming off the bench. Now a loose puck almost. Chance for the Skippers. Reinhardt slows up at the blue line. Didn't send any players offsides. Hubbard will touch it to the far side for Jacqueline. Now down to Hubbard. Up the near side, Popa. Popa throws it to behind the net. Long gets by him. Reinhardt jumps up and can't get control. Long trying to get control. In the skates of several players, and nobody can get on until Minnetonka does. Big hit thrown by Popa. Now back and forth, checks thrown by both teams. Jacqueline gets it out. Pass Long. Skippers go D to D. Gain the red, gain the blue, and dump it in. And go on the forecheck. Reinhardt. Up to Hubbard, then Long, then back to Hubbard. Chopped ahead by Hubbard, and it should be icing, and it is. Not a bad icing, as the Stormhawks needed a change there. 10-12 to go. Chaska-Chanhassen leads 3-2. Not loving the body language on this Chaska-Chanhassen team. They look like they're down 3 goals instead of up 1. Needs something to happen to get them a little more excited and want to play better hockey. There's Lund. Lund's pass intercepted. Nice shot coming up from his knees. Now, good save by Worthington. Gloved up but not out. Now to Tyler. Tyler will chip it up and out. Kurt will chase up. The referee knocked it down. Otherwise, Kurt was thinking he was going to go one-on-one. Now Tyler almost able to send Kurt out one-on-one again. Really close. Back and forth are these two teams right at the blue line. Lund losing it. Now Minnetonka with it, skating the goal line. Bothered by somebody, I can't tell. Now Kurt intercepting a pass. Kurt up the left side. Kurt, his shot off a stick into the corner. To Perry. Perry off the wall, but not all that farther. Tipped up, not out. Lund throws it in front. Tipped by Kurt. Just hit the side of the net. Now Kurt trying to throw it in front. If he throws it behind, he gives it right to Tyler. Loose puck to Tyler. No, it's Perry. Perry! His shot. Goaltender from his seat of his pants makes the save. Top line with a lot of chances in this game. They've had 2 goals. Feel like they need at least 1 more. Here's Biller. Biller somehow finding its way out. Kurt with it. Has his stick lifted, but he's able to get it in the zone. Now Tyler, lone forechecker. Turned over to Kurt. Long shot. Picked up by Tyler. Tyler has it slide off his stick into the corner. Protecting the puck. Taken down. No call coming. And Minnetonka able to get it out. Comes to Biller. Biller through the middle of the ice. That was intercepted. There's a shot, save, rebound in front. Oh, big save by Worthington. Worthington scrambling. Puck, or net is off its moorings. Net is off. And the Stormhawk fans eventually successfully told the referee that the net was off. Big save by Worthington to keep this a 1-goal game. And that was the best chance in a while for Minnetonka. And all that coming off of another turnover, just in a bad spot. Chaska-Chanhassen has got to value puck possession, got to value the puck itself better. Face off 1-2, Robinson. Robinson escaping and finds its way to Annis. Can't get it out. Long shot. Misses everything. Goes into the corner. Now another shot. Kicked down by Robinson. And hops over Spritz and down into the Minnetonka zone. Hopefully the Stormhawks recognize that Britz, the defenseman, has jumped up into the play. Turnover to Annis. His shot just misses on the stick side. Britz on the puck first. Kicks it to Robinson. Robinson will dump it down deep for Olsen. Olsen throws it in front to Annis. One-time shot. Britz looking for a loose puck. Still loose in the slot. Backhand shot by Annis doesn't get done. Now dumped in by Nelson jumping down into the play. Nice effort by Nelson, thrown in front. Now Annis with a chance. That's taken off his stick. Britz, his shot off a shin guard. Now a shot. Scores! Dylan Olson off a blocked shot. Scores his second of the game. That was a huge goal for the Stormhawks team. It's 4-2 with 7:05 to go. Dylan Olson has 2. Kieran Kurt has 2. I think Luke Britz gets the single assist. I think he's the one that took the shot that hit a shin pad and bounced right across to Dylan Olson, who has one of the harder shots on the team. And that's a big goal. That 2-goal lead is huge now with 7:05 to play. Reinhardt across to Popa. Popa gives it to McPhillips. That's over his stick. Reinhardt slices it ahead to McPhillips. Bouncing puck, glove down by Reinhardt. Tried to whack at it. That's taken away by Minnetonka. Now intercepted at the blue line by McPhillips. McPhillips gets it to the near wall. Trying to get it out. Kept in by Minnetonka. Popa around for Reinhardt. Too far. Now they'll go back down. It'll be O'Connell on it. O'Connell skates by a check. O'Connell battling through several skippers, able to get it out. Nice individual effort by Braden O'Connell. Now a turnover to O'Connell. Oh, and what they're calling a penalty behind the play. Cross check coming. I don't know who he pointed at. McPhillips getting a cross checking that was behind the play. That was ill-advised. That the Stormhawks were going to go in on potentially an odd man rush there. And he was, 50 feet from behind the play. Probably a frustration penalty there. I'm sure a frustration penalty. Here's a face-off one. Long shot. Stopped in along the side of the slot. Now forced to a cross by Lund. Lund fighting through a stick check. Kept in by Minnetonka. In the slot. Good stick by Robinson. Bounces to O'Connell. He'll throw it down. Sorry, it was Biller, not Robinson. 6 minutes to play in the game. Stormhawks lead. Nice stick there by O'Connell. Knock a puck out of midair. Now he's just going to kill some time. O'Connell killing time there. Minnetonka gets the red line. Intercepted by Deming. He'll skate up shorthanded. Deming able to get it deep. Deming still killing more time down there. Minnetonka will break out. Pressure by O'Connell. Slows it up, but now comes Minnetonka through the middle of the ice. Drop pass. Shot pad save. Rebound along the goal line. And Biller battling in the corner. Biller 1-on-2. Pass it in front. Intercepted by Lund. Tried to hoist it out. That's kicked down by Minnetonka. Now Long trying to get it out. Long shot. And a glove save by Worthington as it fluttered on net. A bit of a muffin shot there. 5:08 to play in the third period. Stormhawks lead 4-2. 44 seconds left to go on the Desi McPhillips cross-checking minor. Minnetonka with control off the face-off. Along the hash marks, up the wall. Pressured by... Now a turnaround shot missed the net. Britz kind of fanned on the clearing attempt. Now Robinson knocks a puck out of midair. Referee didn't see it, but it was picked up by the skipper, so it would have been waved off anyway. Skippers along the side, out in front, and saved by Worthington. Allowed to skate out alone. Stormhawks just kind of not great in their own zone at times in this game. 10 seconds on the McPhillips minor. And that, now come the skippers down the right side. Sharp angle. Not sure the shot got off here. Stormhawks trying to get situated. We're 5-on-5. Shot right on. Save Worthington, and he gathers the loose puck. And we are even strength. 4:16 to play. Chaska Chanhassen leading 4-2. You can't give Minnetonka hope here. You cannot let them score the next goal. Face-off one by Minnetonka up to the point. Long shot. And I would not recommend what Hayes Long did if you want to pressure the shot from the point. You don't lift your feet because you just you allow more space for a puck to get by, and sure enough, the puck did get by. They get a change. Top line comes out. Face-off 1 for Brits. Brits along the near wall. Tyler can't handle that pass. Intercepted by Kurt. He's going to try to split the defenseman. Kurt off to the races. Kurt in. Off the crossbar. What a nice hard shot. He knew he had to get it off quickly. Now Brits intercepting. Shot right on, and no rebound. Kurt couldn't skate in to make a move. He had to make a shot from the right circle as he felt back checker coming. He beat the goalie, but he didn't beat the crossbar.
Skates with the pros now.
Face off 1, back to Popa. Popa chopped at a rebound in front. And Tyler gets a rebound and can't solve the netminder. Winning face-off so key. This face-off won by Minnetonka. Pressured by Kurt, they're going to turn it over. Kurt cross-check to the ice, no call coming there. It wasn't really a penalty-type cross-check. Now down deep, bothered by Kurt. Kurt still battling, getting help now from Perry. Comes to Kurt, he tries to jump out with it. Still battling. Now a loose puck for Reinhardt. Reinhardt hit up high. Glove down. And tapped in. Nice stick by Perry to keep it in, but Stonehawks can't get it any deeper. Minnetonka on the attack. Popa standing his ground and just knocking down. There was a chance there for... Pass in front. Or a loose puck. There's a turnover in front. Flipped out. Now a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Perry with Kurt. Perry across to Kurt. Kurt in. Scores! Kurt with the hat trick. He wasn't going to miss the net twice. And it's 5-2. Stormhawks get the, gotta say, the backbreaker there. Kurt with his third of the game. Dawson Perry with his second assist of the game. And maybe Matthew Tyler with the other assist. I'll have to watch that one back to see if Tyler's the one that fed it ahead. Don't mark it. And you can, little sigh of relief, I would say, for the Stormhawks team. And top two lines have been the difference maker in this game. All five goals coming from the first line and second line centers. Kurt with 3, Olsen with 2. And got to say, that's probably not super sustainable as the season goes. You're going to want secondary scoring from your bottom 6 forwards, but hey, we'll take it in this game. There's again, Stormhawks just telegraphing their passes, and this time it eventually resulted in offsides, but a lot of those kind of telegraphing, and they just intercept, and especially when you turn it over 5 feet inside or 5 feet outside of either blue line, and it normally results in at least some sort of opportunity for the other team. Annis protecting nicely, bouncing puck for Nelson. If Nelson just pushes it to the other side, he might be able to skate on the puck himself. O'Connell will dump it in on net. Stormhawks clear the zone as they were offside. Under 2 minutes to play. Pace is slowed a bit as you can kind of feel the shoulders slumping for the skippers. Lund in his own zone. And yeah, the effort isn't quite as much there for Minnetonka now. The Reading is clearly on the wall with 90 seconds to play. Coast to coast, pass across, tried to feed McPhillips. He can't get on it. Now a long shot, glove save. Nope, never mind. Off the glove. And out to the near side, Biller to McPhillips, try to give it across to Annis, comes back to McPhillips. McPhillips has it tipped off of his stick. He'll try to chase down, push to the near side. It'll be Annis first on it. A little nifty move around, one, tries to get it on another. Pass to the circle and chopped out under a minute to play. And there's the icing call eventually. 55.1 to go. Stormhawks will move to 1-0 in this tournament. Only the top team in each of the 4 pools will advance to the bracket on Sunday. So Stormhawks will pretty much have to go 3-0, and go 2-1. You have to hope for tiebreakers. So Chaskachanis will take on Brookings, I believe, if I have that right here. Brookings at 8:15 a.m. on Saturday morning. And then Chicago JV at 4:45 on Saturday evening. And then we'll see if they were to advance. They play at either, I think it's 8:15, 8:30 on Sunday morning in the semis. Good block by Jacqueline as Minnetonka looking for the penalty coming here against somebody. I'm going to call interference, I'm guessing against Brits. Brits was battling in front with a skipper, and he's going to go for interference with 25 seconds to play. That's one of those whatever penalties, and there aren't any fair play points to worry about. So whatever, it doesn't matter. Hubbard up the wall, long shot, blocked, comes across to Jacqueline, tried to get it out. That's intercepted. Now a shot blocked, and out it goes. That'll almost do it with 10 seconds to play. One last chance for Minnetonka to skate up. And that's thwarted there just outside the blue. 1-0, and that does it. Stormhawks win 5-2. 3 goals by Kieran Kirk, 2 by Dylan Olson. We move to 1-0 in the tournament, 5-0 overall on the year. And we'll see you Saturday morning at 8:15 as the Stormhawks take on the Brookings Rangers. Thanks for watching. Stormhawks 5, Skippers 2.